When people ask me what it's about, I think, well, what do you think it's about? Because it is mysterious.
My name is Mark S.
I'm Helly R.
My name is Irving B.
My name is Dylan G.
And I have, of my own free accord,
Elected to undergo the procedure
Known as Severance.
I give consent to sever my memories between my work life and my personal life. I acknowledge that once the procedure is complete, I will be unable to access my personal memories whilst on the severed floor.
Say gratitude.
At first I was like, is this a comedy? Is this like noir? Is this a mixture of comedy and noir? Is this like a sci-fi soap opera? What is this thing?
We're posing the question. And so it's you have to eventually decide who we are.
Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's moving, but there's something underlying it that's quite scary. What would it be like to just have a moment where you thought you were losing your mind?
Why did you do this? What is this all about?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like this moving pieces and then there's something underneath it and then another one. And yeah, it's a peeling away of these skins of an onion.
Yeah, I think it's a constant discovery. I mean, even as we're reading scripts, as we're making it, I think my first day was when Helly's waking up for the first time. So I got to be on a very literal journey of like a new consciousness. Helly in season 1 is kind of like the audience surrogate asking the questions of like, what the hell's going on here? What the hell?
I think it's been very interesting to watch the show reveal itself and how it kind of makes you examine your own self despite the fantasy element.
What happened?
We'd love to tell you, but unfortunately non-disclosure policy forbids.
In the show, work is not a definition of happiness, and it's actually the opposite. And I feel that this is an epiphany that a bunch of people had these past few years. Do you think that the show would have the same impact if it weren't for the pandemic?
I think the pandemic helped us sit down and really do a lot of internal work. We had more time. The world just stopped a bit. And we were able to really take stock of the choices that we made, with the people that we're with, you know, the work that we do and the kind of work that we do and whether or not we want to continue in that. And I think that's such a special, hard moment. But I can't say whether or not the show would have been as successful if it was before the pandemic. You know, who's to say? But I do think that this was an opportunity for us to really take stock of who we are.
So we're not in trouble?
I don't think so. Milchick said we're famous.
All of us equally, or one of us is like the star?
Would you agree if I said that this second season is just like the Daft Punk song, harder, better, faster, and stronger?
I love that.
Yeah,
Fine, we'll take it.
I like it.
I think the first season also had a lot of elements of falling in love. There's a lot of new love affairs that kind of happen.
Mm-hmm.
Where this season, there's a little more digging into like, what is love? Is it in you more than a memory? Is it like does it become a construct in a memory that you devise something around? Or does it really stay with you at all? And I think that's very interesting. Because at the end of the day, I think everything's really about love and not having it, not getting it, wishing you had it.
In season 1, Adam used to jokingly offer us innie outie acting lessons.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one who really, we got to see both of them. So he would always be like, you know, if you need any help on how to make that transition. It's so much of this feeling of like, almost like waking up, because you're going from one person to another person almost. So that was sort of how I approached it.
I have one of those elevators in my house. My wife makes me do that before I come home. So she says, you know. But I mean, no, all I remember, it's a hard shot to do, right?
It's very technical.
It's very technical.
So you're working with the camera department to really nail the timing of it. And, you know, you do it many times. So I think it kind of helps you differentiate in a split second. Yeah, between the two parts of the same person. But yeah, it's super technical. It's called a Zolly. Yeah. It's a dolly and a zoom at the same time.
A dolly and a zoom.
Goodbye, Marcus.
Wait!